Look, I encourage everybody to be safe and take care of your family. I do. But there's still some people that don't want to take it, and you shouldn't have to be forced to take something that you don't want. So
I don't think people are being forced to take. Well, there are some. I mean, listen, we have a mandate at CBS.
That's force.
We have a mandate at CBS. But my point.
That's force.
But where I wholeheartedly.
That's force.
No, it's not force.
It is force, because if the man don't take it, the man gonna get fired.
Puts it on the floor. Hey, it stops. And he brought it down. He brought the whole doll down. Goodness.
Shaquille O'Neal, you can see up here on the screen. Shaquille O'Neal, unquestioningly one of the NBA greats. Is he the greatest of all time? I don't know. Probably goes to Michael Jordan. I'm not a huge NBA fan. I certainly wouldn't find me at an NBA game or watching the NBA in my home. But Shaquille O'Neal, I did have a poster of Shaquille O'Neal on my bedroom wall growing up. I'm a huge fan of Shaquille O'Neal. I got to meet Shaquille O'Neal once. Very cool dude. Definitely as tall as he looks on TV. And Shaquille O'Neal, bunch of championship rings under his belt. I don't even know how many championships he's got. Shaquille O'Neal, unquestioningly one of the greats. He's in the Hall of Fame. But what he did after being on the court is probably even more impressive. What Shaquille O'Neal did after retiring from basketball is he went out and created jobs. Shaquille O'Neal became an investor, very wise one, very good business investor, and a very savvy businessman. Shaquille O'Neal owns like 50 Arby's. Shaquille O'Neal is a franchisee all across the American South, Southeast, and Southwest. Shaquille O'Neal owns tons of various franchises and businesses, car washes. It's remarkable how successful he has been in business. He took what he made in the NBA and then he parlayed that into something. Shaq has 4 rings. Okay, 4 rings. No Tom Brady, but hey, listen, he's the GOAT of post-basketball success. Shaquille O'Neal, I don't know what his net worth is. A lot of money, a ton of money. And he has proven that if you are smart, and if you are amble, and if you are innovative, you can take this pot of money in America and make many more pots of money and make many more people happy because you're a job provider, you're an employer. This is why it was so sensical. It made a ton of sense when I saw this clip this morning. Shaquille O'Neal roasting vaccine mandates. The reason why Shaquille O'Neal is destroying vaccine mandates in the clip I'm about to play you, an interview with CNN. I'm sorry, forgive me, an interview with CBS News. The reason why Shaquille O'Neal is coming out against vaccine mandates and why it makes perfect sense to me and why I was expecting this clip, quite frankly, I'm not even shocked, is because every single employer knows exactly what pain the Biden vaccine mandate would have provided for them and for their employees. Now, by pain, what do I mean by that? Joe Biden, a man who has never created anything, never made anything, never made a job, never created a job, never delivered a product that you would want to buy, never made anything, right? Joe Biden's only ever stood in the way as a parasite to people who make things and do things and have a product that you would want to sell, like Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal has a product you want to sell. He owns hundreds of franchises. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden is sitting there saying that he cares more about your employees than you do as a business owner. That's what Joe Biden says. And so to someone who actually creates jobs, it's very hard to create a job. It's very difficult to have people who depend on you for their sustenance every day, to feed their kids, to go to work. It is tough to do that. That is an important role. Shaquille O'Neal dished beautifully right into that role from the NBA, and it's a huge compliment to his character. Instead of taking his multi-millions and just going to a private island, he invested and made people's lives better by providing employment for them, healthcare for them, and all of the various things that come by being a working man in society. It is a joy, working man or woman in society, it's a joy to have a job, and it is just so important. It's how everything is Everything is structured. Shaquille O'Neal is a job creator. So as someone who employs people, Shaquille O'Neal knows damn well that Joe Biden doesn't care more about his employees than he does. Shaquille O'Neal's the one who provides the roof over their heads. And so it would have certainly imposed upon his relationship with his employees, Shaquille O'Neal, a vaccine mandate. And it certainly would have cost him dearly because there will be millions of Americans who will just say, screw you. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I got bodily agency. You can't tell me what to do with my body. And you know what? Damn it, they're exactly right. Shaquille O'Neal is exactly right in this clip 14, that broke last night. Shaquille O'Neal dunking, savagely smashing the backboard on vaccine mandates. Go.
Look, I encourage everybody to be safe and take care of your family. I do. But there's still some people that don't want to take it. And you shouldn't have to be forced to take something that you don't want. So
I don't think people are being forced to take. Well, there are some. There are. I mean, listen, we have a mandate at CBS.
That's force.
We have a mandate at CBS. But my point.
That's force.
But where I wholeheartedly.
That's force.
No, it's not force.
It is force, because if the man don't take it, the man gonna get fired.
So Shaquille O'Neal on the big podcast, someone named Turner. I'm not familiar with this production. I'm not familiar with this show. I don't listen to CBS News podcasts. Not in my diet of media, but Shaquille O'Neal bringing such a fantastic, freedom-minded, employer-minded, common-sense worldview. No doubt that podcast is produced out of New York. No doubt that podcast is produced by somebody who's never employed anyone. That host is simply has never created a product. That host is somebody who doesn't have to feel the weight of hundreds of employees or job creation like Shaquille O'Neal does. And so Shaquille O'Neal is saying it's wrong to force people to take medicine they don't like as a condition of their employment. We're employers on this show. We got 7 people that work directly on this show or our Newsmax show just inside of Benny Inc., right? Just inside of this company, we have 7, and we have between 50 and 100 when you spread it across Newsmax, Turning Point, and all the various things that we do. And so we are very proud employers, and we are very proud to provide for the people that work with us. However, gotta say, guys, it's really, really important for the people who are the employers to stand up for their employees and their rights. And quite frankly, that's the whole purpose and the beauty of what Shaq is doing here. What Shaq is doing here is essentially saying that I care about my workers and their rights enough to not force them to take medicine that they may not want. And Shaquille O'Neal started off by saying, hey, listen, I encourage everyone to be safe. I encourage everyone to take care of their family. But people don't want to take it, and you shouldn't be forced to take something that you don't want. Shaquille O'Neal tells his co-host, Nichelle Turner, and Anthony Spice Adams. And it's a beautiful thing to hear. It is indeed also the reality that the left is losing the plot on all of this. And that there are so many forces driving directly up against the COVID narrative right now and directly up against this authoritarian, tyrannical moment. These hypochondriacs who typically live inside of, on the very fringes of society, are total weirdos. You don't really, you see them at the grocery store pre-COVID and you'd be like, why are you wearing gloves at the grocery store? These hypochondriacs. Dr. Fauci is a hypochondriac, right? They are narcissists, they're neurotic, and these people somehow, and many people are to blame on both sides for this, these people somehow got unlimited power during COVID. Both sides, by the way, are to blame for this, Republicans and Democrats. We handed over our entire, very nice, functioning society over to hypochondriacs and sociopaths on both sides. And now those people are losing power. They're screaming about it. They are losing the plot. They are losing the narrative. And that is something that Shaquille O'Neal, as an appreciation post, has never lost. Shaquille O'Neal has actually been based for a very long time. In preparation for the show, we went and pulled some of the more based comments from Shaquille O'Neal over the past few months. Here's Shaquille O'Neal talking about freedom of speech as it pertains to the communist Chinese and the ability to criticize the communist Chinese. Shaquille O'Neal, been based for a very long time. Clip 15, take it away.
As American people, we do a lot of business in China, and they know and understand our values, and we understand their values. And one of our best values here in America is free speech. We're allowed to say what we want to say, and we're allowed to speak up about injustices, and that's just how it goes. And if people don't understand that, that's something that they have to deal with. But, I just thought it was unfortunate for, both parties, and then you got people speaking when they don't know what they're talking about. But Daryl Morey was right. Whenever you see something wrong going on anywhere in the world, you should have the right to say that's not right, and that's what he did. But again, when it comes to business, sometimes you have to tiptoe around things. But again, they understand our values, we understand our values, and here we have the right to speak, especially with the social media. We're going to say whatever we want to say when we want to say it.
Hell yeah, Shaq. That's right. Freedom of speech, and we have a right to criticize evil regimes in this country. I know the NBA doesn't like that because the NBA is in the pocket of communist China, as so many American businesses are. The reason is very simple. China has billions of people, and the greedy corporatists in this country want access to that market, even if that means selling their soul, as the NBA has done. Daryl Morey is a part owner of the Houston Rockets, and he criticized China. And you may remember that was a big no-no in the NBA. Yeah, that's right. Criticizing a communist concentration prison camp nation that is genocidal and that commits atrocities, yeah, that's a no-no because people got to make money there. It's absolute blood libel. It is embarrassing. These people have no morals at all. Shaq does, though, and we love the fact that Shaq speaks out. Shaq doesn't need to answer to anybody. Shaq knows what's up. Shaq knows how to take care of his employees. Shaq is against vaccine mandates. Shaq is against the communist regime and their evils. And Shaq is just an all-around good dude. We found clips of Shaquille O'Neal paying for a dude's engagement ring inside of a Zales Diamonds store. Shaquille O'Neal just walks into the store and pays for something. We found a recent article about Shaquille O'Neal saying that every time he goes into a store, he wants to buy something for someone else. He's very rich, Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know what his net worth is, but he's very rich. So that dude goes in and buys people things when he is in a store. So we found footage of him buying a kid a bike. Here's footage of him buying some young man an engagement ring that he couldn't afford, was putting it away on layaway. Pretty badass watch.
This is the first time. Every time you come in here, I always get off 30 minutes before you come in here.
How cool is that? Where's that? Where's Colin Kaepernick doing that? Huh? Legitimately, where are all the wokesters and all the SJWs who say and scream day and night about justice and about a better society? Where's AOC doing that? When was the last time AOC, went out of her way to do a legitimately nice thing for anyone? Went out of her way to, I don't know, just provide a service for somebody other than herself. It is such selfish narcissism, and that's why you call it a virtue signal. Virtue signal is the operative word here, ladies and gentlemen. It is a signal of virtue. It doesn't mean virtue. The people who are virtue signaling, saying defund the police, or we want to build a better society, or workers of the world unite, these people don't like the workers. These people don't want a better society. These people don't care when workers gather together to shut down vaccine mandates in Canada. That's the workers of the world uniting. And now they're inspiring trucker convoys around the world, including in this country. No. They're virtue signaling. are absent virtue. They're just signaling virtue so that people see them and they look virtuous, and there's nothing behind it. Shaquille O'Neal going and paying for some dude's ring with no TV cameras there and with no like tweets. It looks like that was like someone just filming it on their cell phone, right, for TikTok. Dude, that's actual virtue. That's what being virtuous looks like. And also being virtuous is providing for your employees, for the people who are working with and for you. Shaquille O'Neal is going out in public, defending his employees, and we commend him.
Thank you for watching. We are 100% independent news. Are you sick of being lied to? We certainly are. That's why we started this channel. But we can't do it without you. We can't keep going without your help. All we ask is that you click like and subscribe and share this video. It's free. And it keeps us going, it keeps us growing, and it keeps us getting the truth out there to break the rotted corporate media infrastructure that wants to lie to you every single day, wants to corrupt your narratives, your truth, your story, and your very society. So support us by clicking like, clicking subscribe, and thank you, Patriots.